difficult. You know. Well, Catholic Joseph. And it always goes down that direction with us. And yeah, I'm going to read this because I think it's the best way I can get through it. Because it's tough. And, Jim asked me to share with you a story to connect tonight's laughter and fun with the harsh reality of our purpose. And this story is about my dad. It may take me a while. When I was a boy, I pictured my father as a superhero. I had dreams at night, and admittedly some daydreams too, about him flying, fighting off villains, and playing quarterback for the New York Jets with a New Jersey. I saw my dad as invincible. He was my own version of Rocky, who would knock out anything or anyone who got in his way. And, as I grew older, my childish visions of his superpowers morphed into more of a mature respect and admiration for him as a person. But I still generally viewed him as invincible. My father has had a full career. He has experienced great success, as well as great disappointment in business. The same holds true for his personal life. In recent years, it seems he has taken more blows than he has delivered in both categories. He experienced job loss and business failure. His youngest son incurred a terrible traumatic brain injury. A lot of stresses mounted in his life. And just as these stresses mounted and he seemed most vulnerable, it was then that my dad learned he had breast cancer. Stage 4. Basically, 1 foot in the grave, 1 on a banana peel. And this was a haymaker, a death blow. He was told by doctors to prepare for the worst and to expect it within 6 months. It would have been convenient for him to give up, to give in, to stay down. Nobody would have faulted him. It would have been the easier route. But he chose to fight. He chose to be positive, to hope, to dream, to survive. And he pulled off the unlikely victory and subdued breast cancer, and he's now a survivor. 6 years ago. Unfortunately, his fight is not over. Shortly after claiming victory over his first cancer, my dad learned of another malignant mass. His response? Get up off the mat again. Fight hard. Keep moving forward. And he defeated this one too. Until it returned. Once again, my dad was knocked down to the canvas. Once again, he stood up and faced it. Just to make things interesting in this round, his body began to deteriorate. The food he could stomach after debilitating chemo sessions wasn't nourishing him. He tested positive for celiac disease, which is a digestive disorder associated with gluten intolerance. My dad just smiled at that gut punch, as if to say, fuck you. Is that all you got? It's been about 6 years since his first cancer diagnosis. And my father is still taking a beating. Crushing blow after blow. He gets knocked down, but he gets up again. And you're never going to keep him down. He endured his chemo session yesterday and drove 5.5 hours to come here today to be with us. He endured an outpatient surgery related to all of this last Friday on his 69th birthday. And he's still fighting. He's relentless. He's still a superhero. And yes, I still think he's invincible. His name is Vince. Invincible. You know, this story was all about my dad, but it'd be really wrong to forget who deserves a lot of the credit for keeping his world from falling apart around him throughout this whole fight. And that's my mom, Diane Sawyer. I'm very proud of both of them. They've demonstrated just uncommon tenacity, and I really hope my children learn from them, and I hope all of us do too.
Thank you, Brian.